Thank you. It wasn't that long ago. I think we just removed an ordinance or changed the ordinance requiring a fee to get licensed. And what's kind of puzzling to me is that, a bike is considered a vehicle. And that is the premise that allows them to ride on the streets and use the streets versus the sidewalks. But the sidewalk is by far a safer place for these people to be, and at least from my opinion, and less used by people walking and more by people riding a bike. If we've taken the distinction of the requirement to get a license to actually own a bike, are we actually now removing the real truth that it is a vehicle? I know all of us probably would assume it is a vehicle, and that's why it can't be on the sidewalk, but it seems like we might be crossing over here a little bit and allowing them and giving them the right and ownership to this space on the road is actually should then, frankly, require a license. Would you agree? We had a shortened session this morning or this afternoon with the information. We had a lot of topics to cover. I just had a couple pieces that I wanted to ask about. A concern I have is that some of these changes almost empower the bicyclist to maintain or have ownership of the road and or right-of-way on the road. And I'm concerned that the people on the bikes will actually assume that they can now compete with a vehicle, a car, and may perhaps actually not give the way to the vehicle, saying they're going to hold their spot because they have a right to it, only to find themselves on the losing end of a confrontation with a motorized vehicle. Have you considered that aspect of this whole approach, that you're actually empowering bicyclists, and that I know you want to educate everybody on this topic, and I applaud that, but that's one of the concerns I have. Did you have that? I just wanted to add that last Saturday, Harold talked about the education piece of this. Last Saturday, I took a 2.5-hour learning session, a class, if you will, 101 on how to ride a bike, smart cycling. It was actually given to me, and I think in almost accounts it's something that normally is charged, but Michael Christensen here with the sunglasses is the one who gave it to me. And it was a huge educational process for me, understanding this taking the lane piece, understanding the signals, the 3 feet rule, understanding all the principles that they're covering in these revisions, as well as what Councilor Entenmann covered. I'll share that further with you when we have this vote, when it comes around, and I'll try to give to you some of the education that I received, and it was very well taught, first off. But I'll share that experience further when we actually vote. But I wanted to let you know about it because it has changed my mind. And I told him right away when I saw him, I said, "Don't you dare try to hypnotize me." But I think he might have, so be careful.
Councilor Jameson, thank you.